What's up, wine tasters? Don't mind the fancy schmancy jacket today. It's just really cold in my house. It actually happens to be 60 degrees right now in my house. Anyway, today's topic is wine storage. What's the best way to store wine at your house? Hint, you shouldn't be storing wine in your kitchen or your garage or your laundry room. So there are 3 parameters that you want to follow when looking for the ideal location in your house to store wine. And that is, you want the location to be dark, you want it to be relatively cool, and you want it to be free of vibration. You want to store your wine somewhere relatively dark because sunlight and even artificial light will interact with the chemical compounds in the wine and break the wine down sooner than you want it to. So it's going to affect the aging process in a negative way. You also want to keep your wine away from huge temperature swings. So this is why you shouldn't store your wine in your kitchen or your laundry room or your garage, because the day to night temperatures in places like your garage are going to be dramatically different. And obviously you have an oven in your kitchen, so your kitchen warms up quite frequently. So don't store your wine in any of these places. And the third thing to consider, which I think a lot of people don't consider this at all, is vibration. If there's a motor that's constantly running near your wine, or maybe you have your wine near like a speaker or something, that constant vibration is going to break down all of the chemical components in the wine just as well, increasing that aging potential and making your wine age in a negative way. So just be aware, you kind of want your wine in a nice, quiet area where nobody is. The ideal area in your home to store your wine, seriously, is a basement. If you have a basement, that's where you want to put your wine. If you don't have a basement, like me, I don't have a basement, a closet's a really good option for you. I actually keep my wine in my hallway. My hallway's pretty dark and probably one of the coolest areas of the house. And when we moved into the house, there was this random indentation on the wall that was a perfect width of a bottle of wine. So my husband built me a wine rack there, and that's where the majority of my wine lives. Now, there are a lot of options out there for crazy, ridiculous wine cellar systems or wine racks and just, I don't know, all this crazy stuff that everybody wants to spend a ton of money on. And honestly, you can spend as little or as much as you'd like. The key to proper wine storage is always keeping the bottles on their sides so that the wine is staying in contact with the cork. As long as you keep your wine on its side, if you're going to be keeping it for a couple months or more, you're good. So that being said, yes, you can go buy yourself a little wine rack, or you can make one if you'd like, but if you're really on a budget, you don't even have to spend money at all. Just take a box or something, lay the wine on its side, and stack the wine on top of one another. There, you're done. The ideal temperature to store our wine at is 54 degrees, which obviously my house is not 54 degrees. And this is why I have a wine fridge for wines that I'm really not drinking anytime soon and I want them to age. If I put them in that wine fridge, they stay at that constant temperature. They don't go through any fluctuations and they're going to age a little bit better. So definitely invest in a wine fridge if you have expensive wines or if you're not planning on drinking them for a while and you want a proper way to age them. It's definitely worth the investment, but not necessary. Thanks for hanging out with me today and learning about wine storage. It's not really a fun topic, is it? But it's so necessary. If you have any questions or anything, let me know in the comments below. Or if there's a new topic that you want to learn something about, I'd be happy to do a video about it in the future. So let me know in the comments below on that. I'll see you next time. See ya!